RCTV viewers, Jane Spooner here with the Rice County Master Gardeners, and welcome to a little promo I've got for something that the Rice County Master Gardeners have got going on. We're going to talk a little bit about Arbor Day. And so if you don't really know the history of Arbor Day, it started back in 1872 in the state of Nebraska. A gentleman by the name of J. Sterling Morton had moved from the East Coast where it was lush with trees and shrubs and just grass and beautiful, and he moves to Nebraska, which was, if you've ever driven across Nebraska, there's not a lot to look at. And he noticed how barren it was. And so as he started to live there, he thought, what if we came up with a tree planting effort? So somehow he connected with the Nebraska State Board of Agriculture, and in April of 1872, they put out a decree or a proclamation that on this specific date in April of 1872, they encouraged all Nebraskans to go out and plant trees. And did it ever have an effect? They planted, they figure, over 1 million trees during that Arbor Day declaration. And so it kind of started to catch on, and a mere 4 years later, Governor John S. Pillsbury latched on to that idea. And so in April of 1876, Minnesota decreed their first Arbor Day. And when they really started to look at it through the Department of Agriculture, they really got to see what the benefits of planting all these trees are. Well, first of all, shade. And I can attest to that. When we moved into our house here, I didn't have a tree in front of my big picture window. And so we got the very hot afternoon western sun, and it was very, very hot. And so over the course of time, my husband, with my master gardening, got into trees, and he planted apricot trees, apple trees, a birch tree, and he decided to plant a birch tree. And we kind of measured it out, looking at some schematics that I got through the Master Gardeners. And so we planted this northern pin oak. And over the years, we started it from a bare root tree. It was probably about this big around, and he babied that. He had it staked, he watered it, and to this day, that tree has grown and helps that afternoon shade coming in to shield that sun from going into my main picture window. And that tree trunk is about this big, and it's a gorgeous tree. And so we're very happy that we added that to our landscape. So the other benefits are, it does improve farming conditions. When you have wind blowing across a prairie, it's causing soil erosion, so it creates a great windbreak, not only from your farms with snow blowing, but keeps that soil in place where it is. And it also makes towns livable and more attractive. You get trees, and it just makes it more inviting. I mean, for those that live in Faribault and know the beautiful avenue, 4th Avenue, with all the gorgeous big trees, hey, that is kind of my favorite drive, especially in the fall time when the leaves change color. And over the course of time, it also became a way to teach children in schools about conservation in their land. So, what do we do here in Rice County? I'm glad you asked, because every year for I don't know how many years, the Rice County Master Gardeners go and purchase tree seedlings. And on the end of April, we host a drive-through tree pickup. And what started out at one time where you walked up to pick it up, after COVID, we went to a drive-through system. So you come into the fairgrounds, you drive through the big carport, and we meet you there, and you get to pick out a tree. And so this year, the trees that we have available are a red twig dogwood, so that's a shrub. We've got a redbud tree, a lilac bush, a hazelnut, bur oak, pin oak, swamp oak, a river birch, sugar maple, white pine, and Norway spruce. So there's a lot of different varieties, and when you pull in, you'll be met by somebody. They'll give you a sheet of what's available, so pick your choice, your first choice and your second choice in case it runs out, and it's 1 tree per person in the car. So just come on down. And you're asking, what date is this? Well, I'm glad you asked that too. So if you're not doing anything on Friday, April 24th of this year, of 2026, come down to the Rice County Fairgrounds between the hours of 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. Most of the years we are well done before 5 p.m. because this has become such a popular event. So I really invite you to come down, especially nowadays. We're taking so many trees down here in Faribault right now. Years and years ago, it was Dutch elm disease. Now we've got the emerald ash borer, and so we're taking a lot of trees. So it's really time to put those trees back into our landscape and just help our, ecology in our town. So anyway, Friday, April 24th from 3 to 5 p.m., Rice County Fairgrounds. And remember, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Happy digging!